Sound okay.
Welcome back to MMA Underground. I'm Jay, and I'm here with the one and only
Sam K. And shit, man, we got a phenomenal guest in the building. All the way from Streetbeefs West Coast, we have the one, the only Mr. Nice Guy himself.
How's it going? Thanks for having me on here.
How you doing, brother?
Good.
Good. Yeah, man. A lot of people don't know you've had a kind of a hair change over the years, but you're in my book, you're one of the OGs to the West Coast, man. I mean, I remember seeing you at the Sandbox. I'm not sure if you fought at that very first event in California or not.
There was one, I think, before it was officially West Coast that was just out in the desert somewhere.
Right.
With the hay bales and the dirt. That was the first official West Coast one, and I was at that one. I fought a guy named Ravage, who now goes by Colossus.
That's
because
right.
and
he's a big scary monster now.
By the Canadian.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
So wait a second. We have some history right here. You fought Colossus. You were the first person to fight Colossus.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And talk to us about that. Walk us through that first fight, that first event, desert bound.
Yeah, that was so much fun. Wade, or WA, and I have been training together in our garage for a bit, and he had already done the Streetbeefs thing once, and he got me all excited about it, and so we signed up to go. I met Cole there, Ravage, Colossus, I don't know what to call him. They matched me up with him. I'd never done an MMA fight. I was scared to death. He's a big, strong dude, and we fought to a draw, which, as his Streetbeefs career goes on and on and on, that draw looks better and better all the time. I wouldn't want to fight him now, but I was glad I got to him when I did.
Yeah,
you guys got like dirty in that fight. Like you were covered in dirt from the fight on the ground. I was like, damn.
Yeah, that was fun fighting in the dirt. But just once. I'm happy to fight on mats from now on.
Yeah. Real quick, have you fought it's been so many years and so many fights. Have you fought in the hot box before in Arizona?
No, I've never been.
Okay, okay. Because I was just thinking, I'm like, I think you fought in every yard that we've had in the West Coast, but that would be the only one you haven't. You've
Yeah.
done the sandbox. I saw you at the cage that they had that one event in
In
California.
Ohio. Hmm.
hmm So,
They did one. Was it Clutch's house
hmm
or in Arizona? That
or
was the only Arizona one I went to.
Is
They
that
just
where
threw down
there's
I
some
think
no
mats
so.
in the
house around
grass.
you? Were you just outside in the backyard? Is that the fight? Okay.
Yeah, that one.
And
Yeah,
Bushido Zed's hair is short as hell in that fight.
Yeah, that's right. That was before he had really long hair.
Yeah, you got
man.
watching your fights took me down a trip of memory lane through Streetbeefs because you go back 5 years, right? So like you get to see it. Like I saw the Canadian and I was like, bro, he don't even look close to that anymore. Like I don't even like. I was like, is that the Canadian? With it was wild.
Yeah, that was what year was that? Was that 2020?
It had to been. That's the first year. Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
crazy.
We're getting
Uh
somewhere. The bots are in full effect.
It's
yeah.
crazy, man. Not everyone knows that we've had so many different yards in our within our own branch. And I wanted to know which of the yards that you fought in did you enjoy the most?
Oh, there was something special about that first one. With the hay bales and the dirt. I as much as I appreciate the cage and the mats that we've got now, it's like I love the events we've got to now. There's something special about hay bales and dirt
Yeah,
that just brings it that backyard vibe. That was just a lot of fun. For that to be my first Street Beefs event, I think I wouldn't trade that for anywhere else. That was a lot of fun. But I feel like it is a Street Beefs staple that to have a cage that gets swung open whenever some heavyweights crash into it, and everyone's got to lean up against the cage somewhere too. And so uh,
especially that
it's not a
door.
Street Beefs event if the cage doors aren't flying open mid fight and everyone's holding them shut. So.
Facts, facts. uh, what do you think of the current cage now? You fought recently at our 5-year anniversary, so you
Mhm.
got to experience it. What were your thoughts on that cage?
It's great. It's lifted up, which makes it nicer for everyone to spectate. Um, the mats are good and grippy in there. I don't remember slipping or sliding. Great for the MMA guys to not have sand in their eyes anymore. As fun as it is to wrestle in dirt and it looks cool. And the worst part was just when people got sand in their eyes,
Yeah,
and not having to worry about that anymore is nice.
facts, facts.
So if I'm not mistaken, you fought MMA, boxing, and kickboxing. Which is your preferred of the three? Would it be kickboxing because you have more fights in that, or what do you prefer more?
That's a good question. Um, Yeah, probably Muay Thai or kickboxing. I'd like to say MMA, but you never know who's a, jujitsu purple belt out there. They're just gonna, you know, fold your legs into a pretzel and blow out your knees. So I'm always nervous to get back into MMA, although I like having options because I feel like if I'm getting my butt kicked somewhere, I can always try and take the fight somewhere else. And so
What about karate combat?
that's what I like about Muay Thai. If I'm losing kind of the long range game, you can clinch and fight in close. Uh, so yeah, the more options, the better.
Would you do the karate combat?
Absolutely, yeah. That sounds super fun. I don't have a gi though, so I'd have to borrow one.
I could definitely see you doing karate combat and being a dominant force, man.
Yeah, I don't know who else in my weight class would do it with me. I don't even know the rules of karate combat, to be honest. I just know that it's like kickboxing, but you wear the MMA gloves, right?
Basically.
Yeah.
And there's like a 3-second ground and pound rule.
That's
So
right.
you can do a little bit of ground and pounding, as long as as long as you're in motion and everything. But yeah, it's basically just stand up, no no elbows.
Mhm.
I believe with the knees, it's similar to kickboxing. You can't hold the knee. But yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I definitely thought about it a few times myself. But I felt like, why take the elbows out of it,
Yeah.
But yeah, and then also too, you don't have enough people actually signing up to do that. If you look at it, it's basically the same several heavyweights, competing against each other in that. So maybe it takes somebody actually just voicing it and saying, hey, this is what I want to do. Who wants to do it? But who knows,
Sure, sign me up. I'm down. I'll fight one of the heavyweights too. They're I like fighting bigger guys because it means my cardio is probably better.
You know what they say.
Him and Shinigami, since Shinigami had the detail head kick, the same event he fought Colossus, like full circle, Streetbeefs West Coast. There you go.
There you go.
I mean, Shinny kind of does need like a fight before attempting to get that trilogy with Ryu. I mean,
Oh, is that their plan to run it back?
I know from what I've heard from Shinny that he was like that. Ryu's kind of just like, I've already beaten you twice, So and you're no slouch. So I would think, someone like you matched up with Shinny, that might just be something Ryu's interested in if Shinny could get the dub, but that's a tall order.
Yeah, it could be fun. I'm down for anything, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
When I sign up, well, I'm really bad at getting on Facebook. I have Wade sign up for me. I tell them just put everything on there: MMA, kickboxing, Muay Thai, boxing. Just whoever they sign me up with, they can choose what we do. I'm easy.
Yeah.
I just like to compete.
You can see how much you enjoy it too. The smile is legitimately real when you talk about it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Literally, you type in the word Mr. Nice Guy and a picture of you smiling shows up. You're the epitome of your fight name. So we got to ask, bro, like, how did we come up with Mr. Nice Guy?
Yeah, when I signed up for my very, very first fight, it actually wasn't a Street Beefs fight. It was a sanctioned Muay Thai event in 2019, and they said I needed a fight name, and everything I came up with just sounded kind of pretentious. All my attempts to sound cool, I was like, man, I'm not that cool. I'm not that dangerous. And then I remembered one time when I was 6 or 7, I learned about talents in church, right? And I asked my mom when I got home, I said, Mom, what's my talent? And she told me that being nice is a talent. And I was like, you know what? That's my talent, I guess. Being nice. I'm Mr. Nice Guy. So that's what I settled with.
Hey, fitting.
Yeah. I like to think it's a little bit disarming too. I've been really lucky. Everyone I've fought so far has been super, super friendly. I always make a point to go talk to my opponents before the fight. It helps calm my nerves. But I also feel like maybe if I can be friends with them, they won't hit me as hard.
Use that little psychology on them, huh?
Yeah. Free Smoke asked, and I was going to ask this, so we might as well get to it. How'd you come up with the intro line?
Oh, be a lover, not a fighter, but be a fighter too, just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It makes sense. I'm a
does.
non-violent person by nature. I really don't like people getting hurt. I don't like real fights at all. Like I don't like watching street fights, um, or real legitimate people angry at each other kind of violence. But I love the sport, and I think it's important for everyone to know how to fight and how to defend themselves. But of course, if you can talk your way out of it, and if everyone can all just get along and be nice, that's preferred. But be a fighter too, just in case, you know.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's real facts, though.
It is. It is. I think even if we had like a perfect utopia type of world, like why not still have martial arts and why not excel in it? You know, why not still learn how to fight and do this and do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why not? You know?
I know 100% what you mean. It's probably one of the top 3 things I've done for my mental emotional health is learning how to fight and competing in it.
I could agree, man. I could agree. What do you feel? What do you feel fighting or martial arts? What do you feel it's done for you the most?
I think it's helped my confidence, as cliche as an answer as that is. Um, it's good to know that I have it in me to do something scary, to face danger, and keep my composure and do what I need to do anyway. Um, and there's not a lot of opportunities you get to learn that about yourself. Certainly not in a controlled environment. And so martial arts provides that to you where you can train, learn all the skills, and then put yourself in a very scary situation, but it's controlled. Um, and see if you can master your fear and do what you've been trained to do. And uh, my first fight in the first round, I fought a dude who looked like Captain America, big bodybuilder guy. Talking to him before the fight, he said that he was a retired sniper for the Marines and said that he got into Muay Thai to manage his demons. I was like, this guy's literally going to kill me tomorrow. It was the scariest thing I could do. And he knocked me flat on my back in the first round, just a cross right down the middle. Didn't care to block it, just turned me off, and I landed flat on my back. And I'm so happy with myself that I was able to jump up from that and finish the fight to a draw. All my fights are draws. Um, and yeah, I learned something about myself during that I think has been invaluable.
Well
What
said,
age
man.
did what age did your martial arts journey start for you?
I did Taekwondo when I was 6, I think. But I quit because I got scared. Someone got a bloody nose. I can't remember. It wasn't even me. Someone else got a bloody nose, and it scared me, and I quit. And I didn't get back into doing MMA training until college. So 19, early 20s. And it's been off and on ever since. So
In between that time, right? Taekwondo and college. Did we have any fights and how did those go?
no fights.
No,
Nope.
no school fights or anything like that.
I got punched in the face, but I didn't fight back. I got scared, and it surprised me. First off, I didn't even know that this was someone who wanted to punch me in the face, so I was very caught off guard by it, and I just froze.
Mm. we've been there, man. We've been there. You know, at least I have. I can, you know, and that's why, you know, when you do have those fights, you do have those moments in training, you know, you prove to yourself like that's no longer me, you know, and you know, I am what I know I am to be, you know, or what I've become. And yeah, it's crazy that you had such a long gap because you seem like someone who's been training their whole life, you know. You've got really good crisp technique, you know. Uh, I've seen all your fights, you know, and I was a fan since the first time. You know, I think the first fight I saw, I don't know who your opponent was, but it was in the sandbox. You remember the sandbox in Vegas?
Was that when I fought Kid Filth? Was that one?
It might have been.
Yeah.
It might have been.
I just watched them today too, and I'm
With the
trying.
white beater. He had the white beater on.
Yeah,
Yeah, like a burgundy. Yeah. I was like, okay, all right. You know what?
That was. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say I appreciate you saying all those nice things. That fight was a good one for me. For a couple of reasons. One, he had just beaten a close friend and training partner of mine. He went by Blackout in Street Beefs. He had 2 fights, and he had beaten him in the first round. And he actually called me out. He wanted to fight me, and I was like, "Yeah, great. I'll get one back for my buddy Nate." But on top of that, that is the time in my life where I had been training the most and the most consistently. So I felt unstoppable. I was like, I don't think anyone can beat me today. And then just a month before the event, my ex-wife at the time, told me that she wanted a divorce. And so all my training came to a screeching halt as I tried to figure that stuff out. And it was a very difficult time. And then there was that one little highlight where I got to get a win back from my buddy Nate, and felt really, really like I was on my A game that day. I don't care who was in front of me that day. I felt really unstoppable that day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he felt like you were unstoppable that day also.
Yeah.
No, that was a good fight. I watched him today. You controlled that fight from the beginning, and so he also agreed with you at the end of the fight. Nobody was beating you that day.
Yeah, another super, super nice guy. We talked before the fight and after the fight. That's one of the great things about Street Beefs is you always end up being pals with the people that you compete against.
Yeah.
Is there something that surprised you or that you didn't expect when you first went to Street Beefs, like the community or anything like that? Was there anything that like surprised you?
I don't remember. I don't think so. I had been following Street Beefs for a little while, and so I kind of got the gist of it. I don't think that there was anything that was all that surprising. No, I think it was exactly what I expected it to be.
What were your first thought when you saw the hay bales?
Oh, it was great. It was great. I don't know about you guys, but leading up to a fight, I get super, super excited. And then as I'm driving there, I regret signing up. I get nervous. I start shaking. My heart rate's through the roof. And it lasts that way until I step in and they start like the fight's about to start. The ref, calls us to the center. So my adrenaline was just through the roof. I was stoked. I was looking around at who I could possibly be matched up with, and just giddy with excitement about the hay bales and the dirt. It was such a contrast to my first fight experience, and I couldn't wait. I loved it.
Hell yeah. So I kind of want to go back to some origin. Uh, you mentioned, kind of, rekindling your relationship with martial arts during the college days, right?
Hmm.
Um, how do we go from that point in life to actually signing up to fight and uh, deciding that I want to continue fighting, repeated fights?
Yeah. The plan was always to just do one. That was my plan. Just do one fight. Uh, because of a quote from a movie called Fight Club. You guys have seen Fight Club, I'm sure. There's the part where Brad Pitt first asks Edward Norton to punch him for the first time. He goes, "No, I'm not going to punch you." And he says, "Why? You ever been in a fight?" And he says, "No. Have you?" He says, "No, and that's a good thing." He says, "No, it's not. How can you know anything about yourself if you've never been in a fight?" And my little 16-year-old self was like, "Oh, I don't know anything about myself. I've never been in a fight." And that just stuck with me forever. And so I had an opportunity to train, stumbled across a gym, which compared to gyms in Las Vegas was like a steal of a deal. It was only $50 a month, which was awesome. And became real good friends with the coach. And yeah, eventually worked up enough confidence to go ahead and do it. I knew that they would pick an opponent for me that would be a fair, competitive fight, so I felt safe in their hands. And uh, I knew coming back to the bench or to the what do you call it, bench, stool, corner, whatever, after the first round, that like this wasn't going to be the last one. This is way too much fun. And then I was like, you know what, we'll do 10. We'll get a good even 10, and then I'll stop getting punched in the head for fun.
And where are you at right now for the people who don't know?
7. So I had that one Muay Thai fight before Street Beefs, and I've had 6 after it. So
Mm.
3
So would
more.
you stop at wait, just cause I gotta ask. So 6 of them are street beefs. So you're not talking 10 street beefs fights enough to get that jacket. You would stop one fight short of that jacket.
That's a good point.
I'm just
Very good
curious.
point.
Like I don't
Those
know.
are pretty cool
You said
jackets, I
10,
gotta
I
say.
thought that worked out perfect, but then you said the one before street beefs, and I'm like, wait, that kind of screws up the Hall of Fame.
See, here's the thing: is my wife is a nurse. She doesn't like that I'm losing brain cells every week
Ah,
getting beat up by Wade, and so
gotcha.
That's why at fight 9, you're like, yep, this is my 8th fight, 2 more, and I'm out.
if I can somehow make her forget that I ever had that first fight, yeah,
That's what you
that'll
got to
be my
tell her after you
project
got it
for the
done, and
next
you're
little
like,
bit.
yeah, it's time to retire. But if I did one more fight, I could make the Hall of Fame, and that's forever.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe I could convince her that that one in Arizona didn't count, since the guy just kind of blew out
It,
his
it, I
shoulder.
mean,
Yeah, that'll just count.
it kind of feels
Yeah,
like that, right?
yeah,
I
that
mean,
was a
you
half.
showed up to fight, but the guy, like,
You know
we
what's
don't
funny
have
about
footage
that
of
fight
it.
is I had another opponent that day who was supposed to come and he didn't. And then the guy I ended up fighting, he was never planning on fighting. He said that he injured his shoulder and he was just here to support his friend. And I said, "Hey, listen, like after my last fight, I'm not even trying to win. I'm just trying to be composed and have energy by the third round. Like if you and I go, this will practically be just like a hard sparring match, right? Like nothing to worry about at all." He hit me so hard right from the start that it's totally threw off my whole plan and shook me up. You might even be able to hear it in the video. I said like I thought we weren't going hard. He knocked my like I stumbled on my feet even. He hit me so hard. And then he threw out his shoulder. And I was like, well,
Mm.
that's what you get. I did say we were going to go easy, but you were trying to knock my head off. I felt bad though, because he wasn't even looking to fight anyway. So
You might have a little fear too, the fearful ones come swinging, throwing bombs, you know?
Oh, like he was scared of me? I doubt it.
Yeah. Yeah. You never know. Or maybe,
Man.
lack of training, those guys who have street fights, but not like real technical
Mm.
training, they come in and just, that was me going light. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, man, that would be great to see you in the Hall of Fame, man. I mean, you've had countless classics already. One of my favorite fights is we saw it in the clip in the intro, which was you versus Coup d'etat. Um, Big fan of his as well, and
Me
you
too.
guys banged it out, man. No Sean Combs. Uh, yeah, man. Do you have a favorite fight of yours?
Uh Honestly, that one was a lot of fun. And Kudeta's such a nice guy too. I was a fan of his when he fought Nasty Native. Do you remember that?
I was gonna say it if you couldn't get it. Oh
Because
yeah,
he was outsized. He even seemed like to an extent like outmatched. Nasty Native clearly had some more like professional training, but man, he
bro.
just
That's
brawled it
when he
out with
came
them.
in with
And
that headpiece. When he
yeah,
came out with
yeah.
the headpiece alone, I'm like, oh, fuck.
So when they told me I was fighting Kudeta, I was like, I can't win. Nasty Native couldn't knock him out. I haven't been training for like months. I don't have the cardio to go 3 rounds with him. It's like there's no way I can beat this guy. And I didn't. We went to a draw. All my fights go to draws. But you can hear it also in the first round. He he laid on. He stepped on the gas and never let off. And partway through the first round, I was like, I can't do this for 3 rounds, dude. You got to slow down. And he didn't. So
Yeah,
he,
he's a
he really
monster,
pushed me.
man.
That was a fun fight. If does he still fights, doesn't he?
It's been a while. It's been a
Oh,
while. It's been over a year and a half for
I'd
sure.
love to run that one back with him. And I really need to. I'd love to rematch Nobody, and not hit him in the nuts so many times.
3 biscuit
And
shots.
Let's talk about that fight. That was you versus Nobody was the match at the 5 year anniversary.
mhm.
It was a hell of a fight as well. But like you said, there were some nut shots, and by the end of the fight, there was a point deducted, and Nobody had won the fight. So my question is, do you feel as though he won the fight? And do you feel as though the point being deducted played any role?
I think the point being deducted absolutely played a role. Um, During the fight, I wasn't too disappointed with the decision. It was another, like I said, that I'd been training off and on, and that's really been my story where I haven't been consistent. And so part of taking that fight was to get me to start training again. Leading up to it, my only training had been in Wade's backyard once every other week for about 2 months. So I was really unconditioned. I was heavy too. Like 217. It was the first time I weighed more than my opponent. See, it's bad luck to fight someone smaller than you. Um, and when I went back and watched the fight, I was like, oh man, there's nothing on those punches. I'm just throwing them out there, but I'm too tired to actually do anything. And then I think that played a big role in all the low blows too. I think the last one especially, after I said I won't throw any more knees, I promise. Then I teeped him right in the nuts, and I could tell like I was too tired to pick my leg up high enough to teep him in the chest or in the gut. So I feel bad. And he told me too that he was coming off of like a layoff of not really training. And I was like, dude, I didn't train for this. You didn't train for this. Let's do it again. Let's do it right. And he said okay at the time. But I'm not on Facebook, so I have no way of reaching out to him. So Maybe this will get through the grapevine to him somehow.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody, we got to run that one back. I
That'd be
promise.
great.
No knees, no teeps. It'll be round kicks only. So there's no chance of getting hit in the nuts. None.
I dig it, man. That would be a great rematch right there, as well as the coup d'etat. Very close fights, and big names, big punchers, big kickers. So I'll hit up Nobody and see what he's looking like next year.
Yeah. I wonder if he'd be willing to do an MMA fight with me too, because I first saw him at the Ojai event, and he did an MMA fight. And I remember thinking at the Ojai event, I'm like, me and him will probably fight one day. And we did. So yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. Another super, super nice guy, talking
Yeah.
before the fight and after the fight. Oh, I tell you what though, my face looked better after that fight than any of my other fights. But I couldn't grip anything for a month because of him kicking my elbow so bad.
Ooh.
You can hear me talking about it in between the first and second round. Like, he kicked the crap out of my arm. Yeah, so I don't even see it happen in the video, but man, he hit me so hard.
So quick confessional, right?
Yeah.
We sparred a couple times. We sparred like a week or two ago, and then maybe 2 weeks prior to that.
You and
Me and
Nobody?
you.
Oh,
No,
me
me and you.
Yeah.
You at Wade's. And I call myself either blocking or trying to catch one of your kicks. When I say my forearm still hurts from like a month or two ago. Like this had to have been about 2 months ago now. Bro, I know exactly what you're saying.
You catch it on the right spot and it messes you up, huh?
Man, for a while too.
Mm-hmm.
I
And I have
was
a very
watching that
active
fight
job where
today.
I'm grabbing things and carrying things and lifting things all the time. And my clients were like concerned. They're like, why are you always making that face whenever you grab something? I was like, because my arm hurts.
Gotta love it, man. The damages of war.
Yeah.
I was watching that fight, and at first I thought Sam K was cornering you. And then I was like, oh, he's just standing over there watching the fight. But you were so close to them at the corner. I thought you were cornering him for a second.
No, because see, like, I'm there physically in support, but there's nothing I need to say Wade is right there. And then I think on one or two occasions I've seen like either your brother or your coach with you. And when I see someone like directly tied to someone, like I'm not needed in that way. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Wade is phenomenal, does phenomenal corner work, and then and he, they train more directly. And he'll know what to say quicker than what I would in terms of specifically kickboxing. I may tell him this. I may tell a fighter in general something that.
Where's my
just
jab?
for instance? Well, just to put it in context, right? I told a guy one time, and I'm cornering this guy, and I don't mean nothing by it, but I want my fighter to win, right? So I'm like, and this is an MMA match. These two guys are on the ground, and out of nowhere, you just hear me say, knee him in the spine. Knee him in the spine. And all of a sudden you hear Isaac Free Smoke go, no strikes to the spine. And I'm like, and it made me realize, like, bro, what am I saying? Like, I'm telling this dude to kill somebody. So sometimes you got to know when to just shut up. What Wade had it situated. I'm peeping over, making sure, Mr. Nice Guy is good. But yeah.
I gotta be honest, I never remember what's said in a corner anyway.
Yeah.
I'm breathing so heavy, and I'm just like, I've just been punched in the head a whole bunch of times. I can never remember what's being said in the corner. Just having someone there, that you know that you can, who's got you, who supports you. That's really all it's for, you know.
Yep. Facts. And it definitely plays a role, especially when you don't have a corner or, you know, those people, those specific key people. You know, it plays a role. So how soon can we see Mr. Nobody back in the ring?
Mr. Nice Guy. You're mixing up names now.
I surely did. I
put
fused
together. It was impressive.
I fused them together. You know what it is? Mr. Nobody is a character from Fast and Furious, and you know I'm a movie buff. It slid right out. I'm sorry.
It's why it's why it made sense to me for a second now that you said that, though.
Mr. Nobody would be pretty cool if Nobody and I could do like the fusion thing from Dragon Ball Z. Come out as Mr. Nobody, we'd be unstoppable.
Yeah, if we ever did tag team matches, you know.
Pretty cool. When I was just talking about this with a buddy, you never got to meet Manny, did you? Manny used to come train with us in at Wade's place. He's never fought for Street Beefs, but he wants to real bad. And he moved to Reno, and he was just texting me yesterday saying that he wants to compete. I said, dude, pick any month next year, and that'll be a goal. You and I will meet at the event and corner each other, and we'll do that. So I'm waiting to hear from him, and whenever he tells me, I'll sign up. And yeah,
that's what's up.
Looking forward to it. I get antsy when it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it was, when did I fight Coup d'etat? Was that 2 years ago or 3? It was a while ago.
I feel like it's 2. And I feel like it's about 2.5. 2.
Yeah. I don't like not competing. I enjoy it too much. So I get real antsy. I want to get back in there.
Anyone any of the new fresh fighters catch your eye? Because you know we always have a new roster every year.
Yeah. I gotta be honest, I'm terrible with names, but there is one name that is seared into my mind now. For some reason, I've never seen a Broke Mark fight until that last event we were at.
Okay.
I love that guy.
Monster.
How many punches did he throw in that fight? Like 500? It was incredible. It was incredible. I was like, I wanna be Broke Mark when I grow up. And he's a super funny kid too.
I think he posted today. He was just in another fight. He fights in other organizations
all the time.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He's a monster.
Yeah, I just need to throw 1,000 punches a day, and then I'll fight like Broke Mark, and that'll be awesome.
He hit me up on one of my sparring videos, and he was like, "Hey man, we should spar next event." And I'm like, "Sounds good. 1 30-minute round. Sounds great." He's got the cardio and the volume, man. It's
how much
wild.
Does he weigh though? He fights at
125, 130.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. Okay.
No, he moved
I still
up.
wouldn't fight him. I'd be scared to fight him. He just never gets tired. How do you beat that?
He moved up, I believe, to 130, 135.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, I don't think I hit hard enough to knock anyone out. So, and he'd just out-volume me. Yeah.
Don't say that, man. You just got to hit the right button, and
it hasn't happened yet. The clip we just watched at the start of this. If there ever was a time to knock someone out, it would be when Kid Filth was just standing there, letting me chop his legs, and he had his hands down. I hit him as hard as I could, and it did nothing at all. So, if ever I had a chance to knock someone out, it was right then.
Yeah.
I don't even wear wrist wraps. And anytime someone's like, you don't wrap your hands for a fight? I'm like, I don't hit hard enough to hurt myself, let alone anyone else. So I went off of volume, or at least I try to. So
I mean, I don't know, man. Them combinations be looking painful. Just from the outside looking in, I know when we spar, we go light, but like in your fights, those combinations look crisp and painful, you know?
So you make me wonder now, though, out of all your fights, who hit you the hardest? Like, what was the hardest shot you took in all of your fights?
No Diddy.
Fair.
That's because I've been knocked flat on my back in my first fight, but that didn't hurt. And then I got kicked so hard by nobody, and that really hurt. But actually, you know who clocked me really hard in the head? Was
Street Bender?
No. It was Kid Filth.
Mm.
He clobbered me once, really through my guard. Even I blocked it and I felt it, and I was like, "Jeez, Louise." So he's got power in those hands for sure. And then Coup d'etat made me see stars once in our fight as well, but it didn't hurt. Does that make sense? Like sometimes you get like, wobbled, but it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
And other times you get hit with something and it doesn't like stun you or anything, but it hurts.
Right.
So
thing is, like, one is the movement, the shaking of the brain, and then the other is the impact of the actual, actual strike.
Well, don't worry, because a cupboard door made me see stars last week. So,
A cupboard door. You opened the door and knocked yourself out?
No, I stood up and it was open, and it had me holding my head. I thought I was bleeding. You feel like you're bleeding, but you're not. I was like, oh yeah, I was wrong. The cupboard door wrung me.
I've done that. Yeah.
I can't do somersaults anymore without seeing stars. Do you guys have that problem? You ever go to like I don't know, this hasn't happened in like a couple of years, but I went to a jiu-jitsu practice and they warm up by doing somersaults all across the maps.
Mm-hmm.
I see stars when I see somersaults. I don't think that's normal.
No, I don't think I can do it. I have a rule. I'm a roller coaster guy. I am not a carnival ride guy. There is a huge difference.
Yes.
Carnival rides make me sick. Roller coasters are awesome.
I don't get that. Break that down, because it seems like it's the same thing. It seems like the roller coaster, anything roller coaster bad.
No, that roller coaster rides flip you and spin you like the
right. No,
but roller coasters, you go long, swooping, right? Like Great America shit. Love it. I grew up going to Great America though, so I'm down for some Six Flags.
Mm-hmm.
Water parks, Samke? You do water parks?
I train near a water park, but I've never actually walked into that water park.
Fuck, I love more than roller coasters.
I mean, that ain't really dangerous like that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. So I live by Noah's Ark, the world's largest outdoor water park, and when you're standing with 1,000 people on this big wooden platform, you're looking like, you think this wood's going to hold all of us? It runs some thoughts through your head. Oh, we lost our guest. Hopefully he jumped back on quick.
Nah, you said platform, and that means there's a balancing. And
I mean like it's stairs you got to walk up, like all these stairs, and everybody's on it waiting to get onto the slide. And it's like 6 stories in the air. And it's wood, and it's everybody's wet, so it's soaking wet wood, and I'm like, I'm not a fucking architect, but I don't know,
Heights and water? No.
Yeah, you come down huge water slides. Oh, bro, love it. What you got a opinion on this, Mr. Nice Guy?
Water parks are top tier. Good way to spend your summer.
All right.
You got to get in early before the crowds come, and then leave early too.
Yep. Weekdays are the best too. Weekdays are better than the weekends because weekends are insane.
I got my boys season passes at the water park near us, so we'd go in a little bit early, hit all the rides without any lines, and then just go home. It was great.
Perfect.
Simple.
And you don't even got to pay for a speed pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. I just can't be getting, all the fast motion, swooping, swirling, flipping, 300 feet, 50 feet, 10 feet. No.
I shouldn't admit this. I shouldn't admit this on camera, but I'm so afraid of heights that my wife, I only got a 1-story house, mind you. It's a ranch. My wife gets on the roof and cleans the gutters because I can't do it.
I ain't that bad, Jay.
I am. I used to jump off bridges and trestles into water, and I don't know why. Once I became an adult, I got this abnormal fear of heights. I never fell off nothing, but I hit 30, and my whole body was like, no.
That's the best follow-up to I'm afraid of heights is I've got a 1-story house. Yeah. I'm not afraid of heights. I got a 1-story house.
If I clean the gutters, I'm on the ladder just scooping it out, and she's like, get out of my way. And she just climbs up on the roof with the leaf blower and just cleans them out. I'm like, don't fall. She's like, you being paranoid is going to make me fall.
And then for context, right, let Mr. Nobot, let Mr. Nice Guy know your height.
Oh, I'm on a good day, 5'9".
I feel like you was taller than that.
No.
You ain't 5'9". He about 6'1".
Oh.
Tall people. Right. Tall people, I'm just saying, tall folks, we be some of the scariest people when it comes to heights.
Huh.
If you look at the statistics, I don't know the statistics, but we're going to act like we do. If you look at the statistics, that the analysis will show that tall people are scared to be high.
I'm going to ask my robot about that.
Though I did start living by this theory in my mid-30s because I did so much dumb shit when I was young that I was like, we all got to die. I'm just not dying over some dumb shit. Like I bungee jumped when I was younger. Never would I do that now.
Yeah.
Smart.
I got an irrational fear of heights at 30. It was so weird. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm literally petrified.
Hilarious.
I don't even like elevators anymore. I'll still go on them, obviously, but I'm like, man, I think about all the shit that can go wrong. I think it's because I watch crazy TV shows.
That's probably it.
Movies for me. Speed. Y'all remember Speed?
Yes.
The first scene was the elevator. Yeah, first scene was the elevator scene. No, we're not getting stuck.
When I was in high school, Sandra Bullock was like my high school movie crush.
Sandra who?
Bullock.
I just needed to hear it again.
Is it that Midwest accent again, like how I say Las Vegas? All right.
Yes, Sandra. Yes.
It's not fun. That's my wife's name too, is Sandra. But the funny thing is, everybody tells me I say Las Vegas fucked up, and I go, how should I say it correctly? And they're like, nah, it's just how you pronounce it, bro. I'm like, what do you mean? You can't fix it, but you all tell me I say it fucked up.
It's the Y. You insert a Y, and there's no Y in Vegas.
Las Vegas. I don't know. I don't hear
that
it.
That was pretty normal. That was pretty normal.
I'm gonna record myself and just start practicing. I'm gonna.
You say they. You say they. You put emphasis on the they. It's right in the A.
You know that comes from that. Yeah, because we're so close to the Canadian border. They're still the farther north you go. My cousins say A after everything. Like, you want to go to the store, eh?
I live down south, and they have something similar down south. Everyone has their twang.
Yeah.
Mr. Nice Guy. Do you have a favorite location in which you fought?
Location? I don't think so. I'm pretty easygoing. Yeah, sorry, that's a boring answer. Nope.
No.
They're all good.
The follow-up is: Would you ever consider fighting at another yard? We got the OG Yard. We got Dirty South.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. Thing is, I'm a homebody, so I don't like to go anywhere. And I'm a bit of a princess when it comes to commutes. So I don't like to have to drive or travel very far to get to anywhere. My wife makes fun of me because she's only lived in the area for 2 years now, and she knows how to get to more places than I do, and I've lived here my whole life because I just stay in my little bubble, and I'm happy here. I'm content, and she drives all around everywhere, and yeah, so it would be super fun. Um, I would just I'd have to get like a group of people and all go together to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is what I'm saying. We all need to go to Virginia.
That would
Well, I
be cool.
mean, next year Scarface is putting together he's putting together something similar to that where
Like a West Coast invasion sort of thing.
yeah. He's getting together a group of West Coast guys to come out and have a good time, man. And maybe we can get you a part of that group. I think you would be a good representative of the West Coast. And yeah, that would be dope. Anyway,
we're so in if you
I'm
guys
open to
go
it.
to Virginia. We're so in if you go to Virginia. Like, I always want to go out to the OG Yard, but it's not like I know I got more relationship with West Coast fighters, right? So then it'd be weird, just me and my wife standing there at the OG Yard watching all the fights. You don't really know nobody. You know what I mean? Like, and they have so many people that it's just, you could tell it's just different than what the West Coast got going on, right? So, I mean, I remember getting to the hot box, and I thought I understood the friendliness in the community, and I was just blown away by, how awesome everybody was. So if there was a group going, my wife and I definitely would be down to go to Virginia. We might have to do a live show, Samke, MMA Underground from Virginia.
Hey, man, that would be dope. That would be dope. I'm pretty sure Face would be down to, hop on. We've been building a good rapport with him and had a great show with him a few weeks ago. Yeah, man, that would be great, man. That would be great. But just to be at the OGR where it all started, you know what I'm saying? Kind of, go to the origin of it all. For me, that would just be everything, I definitely want to visit Dirty South as well. Once things are a little bit more coordinated and, solidified down there. But, the OG Yard is, man, that's where it's at.
San Antonio's awesome. I lived there for a year and a half starting in 96. I would definitely wouldn't mind going back to San Antonio one day also.
Yeah, I lived a good bit in Texas, and I'll keep that to myself.
Yeah, I'm old, so I was 18 in 96 when I lived in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of good things about
changed.
Say it again.
I said I just couldn't imagine how much it's changed. It'd be cool to go see how much it's changed,
Yeah,
over the decades.
Sure.
That just makes me feel old. But Mr. You almost got me saying Mr. Nobody now. So Mr. Nice Guy had me feeling old too when he was like, yeah, I was like 15 watching Fight Club. I'm like, bro, I was like paying bills and living on my own. And like, bro.
That time don't wait.
Do you have a favorite fight of yours though? Like if you look back and go, like, that was my favorite fight, or is it always the last fight was your favorite?
Yeah, I really enjoyed my fight with Coup d'etat. I think that was a lot of fun. I think it was fun because I had no expectations for myself at all. I went on a whim. I hadn't been training at all, and Wade was like, "Hey, they've got an event coming up. You want to go?" I was like, "I guess so. Yeah." He's like, "Okay, great. We'll get you an opponent when you get there." I said, "Okay," and yeah, it was just a lot of fun. And it was a close fight too. I like close competitive fights. All my fights are close. They all go to draws, but That one was a lot of fun for me.
Very competitive. And shout out Wade. Shout
He's
out
a-
Wade, man, because Wade he's done a lot for a lot of us. And you know, he doesn't get enough credit, I feel, for the things that he does, you know.
Have you guys
So
had him on before?
I've tried to. I've
What
tried
the
to,
heck,
but
Wade?
this is sparring time.
Oh,
This is sparring time, right? So
yeah.
this is why I'm not over there right now. Because I'm doing, you know, I'm doing the show. But one day we'll get him on one day. We'll get him on one day.
I gotta get
That's
Wade on
definitely
here.
definitely in the plans.
Do it
That's
from that
my,
beautiful backyard.
you know, and I actually thought of that one time, like maybe going over and shooting after a spar session. We're already there, you know, and you know, depending on how he feels about it. I haven't mentioned it to him yet, but you know, we'll
You all
see.
decide, but we can always do something pre-recorded and air it, or we could have a special episode, anything.
Yeah, yeah,
I've never met
that'd be
Wade, but
dope.
I've heard so much good things about him and what he does behind the scenes. And whenever you talk to any of the people who are like really involved in the branch, you hear WA, you know, like, or WA figured this out, or he settled this issue. So like you hear it a lot. And so it would be cool to have a conversation with him someday.
He's the man. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. I consider him one of the pillars, man. You know,
For sure.
and he's kind of silent about it. You know what I'm saying? He's there just doing work and just being genuine, you know. So yeah, we definitely got to
That's
do that.
honorable, though. You know, that's honorable when you got somebody who's just doing it for the love of everybody involved.
Yeah, because he ain't got to do none of the stuff he does for us. He doesn't have to. You know, he could easily just be comfortable, you know, but you know, he takes the time you know, to help us, you know, and to build this community and you know, the fighters that come along with it. I mean, I found my gym thanks to him. You know, he invited me to my gym, and that's where I met my fight team. I'm pretty sure I met Mr. Nice Guy through Wade. You know, um, I think I got to my first event through Wade. So yeah, you know, it's
See,
crazy.
these are the stories, though, right? That they're great for the podcast. Like Mr. Nice Guy, really nice guy, goes in there, tough as nails. You like talking to him. I'm not even sure I would expect him to be a fighter. And then you watch his videos and you're like, oh, he'll punch you in your mouth if you get out of hand. And then, you know, you hear stories about like Wade and different people who like genuinely good people who do good things for the community. That's the shit I love about Street Beefs.
Facts. Yeah, man. I mean, what if anything about Street Beefs stands out for you, Mr. Nice Guy?
It's got to be the community. I have a very, I don't know, whenever you tell someone that you're a part of a fight club, it comes with an image, some connotations, right? And I love breaking those expectations for people and telling them how great of a community it is. I like that you know, you watch a Street Beefs fight, you could probably just pick one at random. Chances are, when the final countdown ends, the ref steps between them, and then they go and hug. Right?
Yeah.
It's such a great community. Yeah, that's the highlight for Street Beefs is the people.
Facts, man.
That's the amazing thing, though. That's everybody's answer, right? Like the people. It's never a me thing. I never hear it with Street Beefs fighters where it's a me thing. You know what I mean? It's like, so that right there is just what we were talking about.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah,
What were you gonna
I
say?
think I was just gonna say I think it's a place where everyone just kind of lets go of their ego a little bit, you know.
Yeah,
Um, and I appreciate that. I think a part of that has to do with the fact that they're not sanctioned. They're not pro fights. We keep track of records, but it doesn't matter. Our guys, the people that we're fighting with, the vast majority of them aren't going on to become professional fighters. You know, this isn't the route to do that. These are guys who like to compete, and they're there for the community and to challenge themselves. And yeah, I just think it cultivates a really good environment. People can let go of ego and just give it all they've got and forget the rest.
Jay Gotham, rest in peace, once said to me, "It's the only place you can go and punch somebody you love in the face."
Yeah, there you go.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. There's definitely I've met some people who are, you know, brothers, you know, family, lifelong friends, people you say, yeah, I love that person. You know what I mean? And you know, on the outside looking in, you don't expect that at first. And then, you know, what I found is oftentimes when you're showing up for the first time, it's you with the ego. It's not the people that are there. You know, they've been there. They know what it is. Everyone's fellowshipping. It's usually, you know, the new person stepping in with a misperception or misconception of what it is, right? And then they realize, oh, wait, like that guy's cornering that guy. Didn't they just fight? It's like, no, it's not that serious, bro. You know, like they just forged a bond, you know, and you see that over and over and over again, year after year, you know. So it's definitely great, you know. And then for me, I get to meet people like yourself, you know what I'm saying, and forge, you know, friendships and relationships, and be able to bring people on the show and get to know them even more and kind of present them to other people who may or may not have seen or may be fans. And, you know, it's really cool. It's really cool we got here.
Also, after the fights, when fighters are walking around, they're exhausted, they just fought their heart out, everyone's coming up to them and telling them what a great fight they had, or praising them for a win, or cheering them up for a loss.
Yep.
Everyone just gathers around everyone. It's really great.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, man, it's been a phenomenal show. I definitely got to ask before we wrap it up. Is there anything you want to let the people know? Anything else you wanted to say before we do the outros?
You already know, Sam Kane. Be a lover, not a fighter, but be a fighter too, just in case.
Yes, sir.
And I'd ask you to plug your socials, but we know that ain't.
I don't have any.
Yeah, that's not a go. So, yeah, you and Sam K, like you're the only person more zero dark 30 on the internet than Sam K, I bet.
I'm just using this stuff to do this right here, you know. Outside of that,
yeah.
I've been trying to get Sam K to get an Instagram since we started, but I quit trying.
Yeah, we're better off without it.
This is probably true.
You know, this is why, you know, if I can get rid of it all, I'll be nice, like Mr. Nice Guy. I'll have that extra brightness.
I think you're nice.
I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Still working on it. For me, that's not a talent. That's active hard work, you know.
Well, it's paying off.
Appreciate you,
Any
sir.
shout outs before we get out of here? Anybody you want to shout out, or we good?
No, because I think if I start, then I'll forget someone and they'll feel left out. So everyone, you know who you are.
That's
You know who you
Mr.
are.
Nice Guy. He don't want to make nobody feel bad. All right. That's a perfect way to get out here. All right, man. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me, guys. This was fun.
Appreciate you,
Have a
brother.
great night, man.
Thank you.
That was a great show.
Great show, man. Great guests. You know, every week. That's what we do. Appreciate you, man.
You keep getting great guests, and we just keep having a great time. So I appreciate you putting that work in and always finding the right people at the right time. And like I said before, I think people just think you just go, hey, you're on the show, and that's all it is. But there's a lot of work that goes to it behind the scenes.
Yeah, yeah. You know, and the good thing is it just pays off. You know, that's all I really care about is you know, the end result and getting to that result. And you know, it always ends in a good show. So
And it's great for me because not only do I get to have conversations with these guests and get to know people on a more personal level, but I go back through their fights. And not only do I get to see their fights, but like I said, today I got to see the evolution of the Canadian. You know what I mean? I got to see the evolution of Bushido Zed's hair. And like, it's just funny to watch all this. Like, oh yeah, I forgot the Canadian had that. What's the dude from The Simpsons who used to try to kill Bart?
Sideshow Bob.
Yeah, he had. I didn't know. I forgot he had the Sideshow Bob hair. I forgot Canadian had that shit going on.
It's crazy because these fights really are like time capsules.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? When you brought up me being in Mr. Nice Guy's corner, like I witnessed that today as I was watching the fight back, and I was like, oh, I do remember this moment. There
was another fight where you were in the ring at the end of the fight, and I'm like, oh, look at Sam K. He got his button-up white on. He got some khaki shorts on. So, yeah, you get to see, like, all different people who you haven't, like, you see the evolution of people just in general. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then to watch those 6 fights, but there's a 5-year, like, time capsule, like you were saying. So his first fight or two, he's got the long hair, right?
Yep.
And then, like, he's got short hair, but you could tell he's more fit now also.
Right.
Yeah, so you see the evolution. And then the fighting, like that fight with Mr. Nobody, there you got me. That fight with Nobody, like, they went at it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, you know, in all his fights, man, you really get to see some bombs being thrown. And, you know, like he said, he's breaking the stigmatism that, you know, a fighter can't be a nice guy, you know, that a fighter has to be this. And, you know, he just completely dismantles that whole idea. You know what I'm saying? And he mentioned Broke Mark. And like, I feel like they're from the same tree where, you know, these guys are really nice, genuine guys, and they'll destroy you in that ring. You know, don't get it twisted. And then, you know, smile and wave right after, you know, so it's really dope to see, man. Really dope to see.
When you get to the business side of it, Nice doesn't really sell, right? So there's very few guys who have made their mark. Like Dustin Poirier is one of the few I can think of who's been Mr. Nice Guy his whole career. You know what I mean? And like you got to sell yourself once you get to a business point of it. So you almost got to like kind of like be more aggressive. Whereas in Street Beefs or other, you know, backyard orgs, you get to be more laid back and be yourself, and you don't have to sell it. You can just go out there for the love of it, especially if you're Mr. Nice Guy, because he ain't trying to make a social media presence.
Right.
It's sad that Nice doesn't sell, though. It is sad that, and I'm as guilty as everybody, the Karen flipping out at McDonald's is fucking hilarious to me, right? So Nice doesn't sell, and it's just kind of a sad place we're in.
Yeah. You know, and in a lot of ways, that's the fight game in general. You know, you have to be, in order to get certain clicks, in order to get certain checks, you gotta talk a certain way, walk a certain way. You gotta be a particular type of fighter, you know, and that shouldn't be the case. You know,
and there's some people it's suited for, and I'll give you a perfect example, and I think you'll agree. That is 100% DTP. When he is out there going nuts, screaming and doing his thing and being loud, that's DTP, and that sells because it's honest, right? And I think that's honest, but you see people try to fake it, and you can see that they're fake with it, right? And you're right, it shouldn't be a thing. If everybody got to be themselves, we'd see so many different personalities. I think they would sell themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could tell when somebody's genuine and when somebody's not. Like, I truly think Conor McGregor is probably genuinely an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of it I thought was great. I thought some of it went over the board with Floyd, and then with Dustin Poirier and his wife, I thought that was kind of Bush League when you drag somebody's family into it. But don't get me wrong. I think Conor's that asshole, and that's why it sold so well.
Right. But like you said, the key is being honest, right? If that's truly who you are and what you project and represent, then that's what it is. But don't make the game only, profitable for someone who has to fit that role. You know what I mean? Like, every type of fighter should be able to get recognition and money based off of their performances and not necessarily their gimmick, and it shouldn't be if it's going to be a gimmick game, let it be all gimmicks and not just one or two or these specific, you know what I mean? Like,
I was just thinking how much money you think Khabib could have made if he would have been, Khabib was the most soft-spoken champion monster, right? If he would have been, I don't think it's in his personality, but if he could have been like Conor and been as good as he was, he could have made so much money, right? Like, it's crazy how the right gimmick can sell for you, even in combat sports, like it's WWE sometimes.
Right. Well, that's the entertainment business, right?
I think that's why the most popular guys, though, you end up finding are genuine, right? Because, like, love him or hate him, that's Floyd Mayweather, right? You know what I mean? Love him or hate him, that's Conor McGregor. Like, so I think genuine sells, because love him or hate him, that's Khabib. But those guys all sold. So I think the guys who are genuine and can really back it up probably will shine sooner or later, which just this whole conversation in a circle made me feel better about combat sports.
I like it. Jill son, what up, Jill? Appreciate you. Yeah, man. So with that, it was a great show tonight. Phenomenal guest tonight, Mr. Nice Guy. I appreciate you and your time.
Yes,
for everyone watching, go check out his fights. Mr. Nice Guy has several fights on the channel, and they're all bangers. So shout out to him. Shout out to you, Jay, always helping me kill it every week. Appreciate you. Shout out to everyone watching us live, everyone watching us on replay. We appreciate y'all. We do this for y'all. Everyone in the comments, thank you. Shout out to Streetbeefs OG Yard, Streetbeefs West Coast, Streetbeefs Dirty South. We do this for y'all. Overtime Hustling Magazine, appreciate you. Heart in the Fight, appreciate you. Check me out with Wedo tomorrow on Heart in the Fight channel on YouTube. We have a show 7 p.m. I believe, and we'll be going over the tournaments that are coming up for the West Coast next year. So tune in, Heart in the Fight on YouTube tomorrow, 7 p.m. And that's it for me.
Yeah, don't miss that. Make sure you go hit the notifications on Heart in the Fight like you want to do right here. Just hit the notifications. There's a bunch of shows. I don't even need to go through them all because you're going to hit that notification and then you'll find out on your own. All right, everybody. Sam K covered all the shout outs. So thank you, everybody, for watching. One world, one love. Deuces.